Neighbor knocks on door to borrow phone. Outside, the cat's eye has become a weirdo wearing a mask. 2 a.m. I got a story. Serial killer in this city. 5 people have died, not yet brought to justice. Citizens are advised to pay attention to safety at night. Doors and windows. I just finished watching and there was a sudden power outage at home. The mother who chased the drama sat up. Why is there a power outage? The network is also down. Twist to pull the switch. I passed the phone. Mom, watch the news. Glanced again. Wi-Fi is on elsewhere. Only our house has a power outage. Mom said impatiently, don't be paranoid. It must be in arrears. I hurry up and recharge online. The balance is displayed as 0. Mom breathed a sigh of relief. It seems that it is really in arrears. And I panicked even more. The home electricity bill owes more than 10 yuan before it's cut off. Too weird this time. Mom, don't open the door. Something must be wrong. I'm full of anxiety. Suddenly remembered something. When I came home from my night shift just now, the shoe cabinet at the door is neat. But these shoes are not worn at all. Dad is away all the time. It's just me and my mom at home. I put those shoes on purpose to create the illusion of a man in the house. Mom, did you arrange your shoes neatly? I haven't touched it. Maybe the wind blew the door. The shoes moved. I'm a little relieved, but soon something went wrong. How could the wind arrange the shoes so neatly? Mom, are you sure you haven't touched your shoes? I really didn't touch it. Maybe you accidentally touched it last night. And the more I thought about it, the more carefully about what happened last night, but no impression. I bought those shoes online. The shoe sizes are all different. I'm just buying more, but forgot about it. If someone finds out, isn't it revealing? There was a huge unease in my heart. I turned on my phone, paid 100 yuan for electricity online, but it's still dark inside. I discussed with my mother, try pulling the brakes when it's dawn. If it still doesn't work, just call the property. Just lay down. I suddenly remembered a little thing 2 days ago. I just got home the day before yesterday. I found a small advertisement posted under the entrance door. At that time, I also took a video and sent it to the property. It's stuck in my head right now. I quickly dug out the video and watched it again. Mom, look at this video. This little ad doesn't have a phone on it. Mom thinks it's strange. Maybe you photographed the front. The phone is on the back. No way. I took a picture of the entrance door on the 7th floor. You see that there are phone numbers on other people's advertisements. Only our family does not have. Mom still doesn't quite understand what's wrong with no phone. The advertising card is printed wrong. I'm in a hurry. Hurry up and say what I think. This card may not be an advertisement at all. It is used to test whether there is anyone in the house. If it is thrown away, it means someone is at home. If still there, it means there is no one at home. Mom, when I heard it, I forgot that I didn't go out these 2 days. I guess you didn't notice the card either. I'm going to tear it off now. Don't let the thieves miss us. I grabbed him. Don't tear. I have a bad feeling. This card may have been left by a murderer. Must keep him. To make the other party think that there is no one at home. My mother and I got out of bed lightly. One person checks the door for lock. One person checks the window and locks the door. Anti-lock is normal. I get close to the cat's eye. It was pitch black. Can't see anything. Back to the bedroom. I whispered why the cat's eye was broken. Mom comforted me. Maybe the word foo was blocking it. It should be fine. Suddenly, there were rapid knocks and cries outside the door. Help, my husband's having a heart attack. The phone is broken. Borrow a phone. Open the door. Mom, pick up the phone and open the door. I quickly grab him and wait a minute. So weird tonight. My cat's eye can just see the door of 702. I got closer to the cat's eye again. I found out that the woman who could see 702 was crying. The corridor lights are on. He knocks on the door in despair, begging you, open the door and save my husband. Mom also came over and looked out through the cat's eye. It seems that women are not abnormal. About to open the door. As soon as I took his hand, the doctor said wait. I found the door to the woman's house in 700 to open, and it was pitch black. No lights on. Saving patients with heart disease without turning on the lights. This is so abnormal. And we never opened the door or responded. Normal people should feel that there is no one at home, but he doesn't knock on other neighbors' doors. No security. Just keep crying and begging here, as if to lure us into opening the door. My mom and I broke out in a cold sweat. After a few minutes, the woman's cries gradually died down. Suddenly, the cat's eyes went dark again. Then the woman let out a scream, accompanied by the sparse and crisp dragging sound. This moment, I'm almost certain there are gangsters outside the door. Maybe it's the beating criminal in the news. The woman of 700 probably used by him to lure, tool to trick us into opening the door. If I had just relented and opened the door, the consequences are unimaginable. Bang, bang, bang. Prisoner starts banging his head against the door. I covered my mouth in fright. Tell mom to hide in the toilet and call the police and turn all the phone alarms to silent. And I had the little couch in the bedroom behind the door. Just as I carefully moved the sofa, I suddenly realized that beating people offends him. When did it come? I can't get on the couch. Rush to the door. Boom. The door is open or not, right? The cumbersome door can't be opened at all from the outside. With the sound of the door opening, it has been rushed outside. The criminal knows someone is in the house. Bang, bang, bang. The driver bangs on the door even more fiercely. Mom came too. He has called the police. I also called my father and the community security guard. The sound of banging on the door suddenly stopped. I quickly sent a message to my colleague Juan of 703. Juan, are you at home? Don't go out. There is a beating offender in the unit building. I have called the police. Don't make a sound. Hand shaking. I can't even press the words. Mom brought a kitchen knife from the kitchen, mop fire extinguisher, and a big chain. Be ready to lock the door at any time. If he breaks down the door again, lock the chain. My nervous palms were sweaty. Suddenly, I felt a strange button on the door lock. This reminds me of the smart lock that my father changed before. Yes, but functions by the light of the desk lamp. I pressed the second button. The screen lit up. I opened playback. See someone wearing. The man in black walks out of the elevator. When he turned his head, I was horrified to find out he has no facial features on his face. Upon closer inspection, I noticed that he was wearing a human skin mask, completely smoothed out facial features. The man glanced in the direction of 701 and walked straight up the escape stairs. The playback shows that the time is 1:45. This is when I normally get home from work. But today I went home early. Think of this. My back is cold. If I go home at the normal time, we'll definitely bump into the perpetrator. Is he coming for me? Blood of various sizes at the door. He must have found out. Bada. Quiet night unit. Suddenly, there was a slight sound of the door opening. Mom whispered to me excitedly that the security guard was here. I frowned. The security guard of the community is Uncle Chen. I'm not sure if he's here to save us or give the head to the outlaw. Mom seemed to see my concern. Don't worry. The security captain is a new young man. Muscles all over the body. Ding. Here comes the elevator. My heart sank. This security guard is too reckless. Directly from the elevator. If you collide head-on with a perpetrator, aren't you courting death? Through the video doorbell, I saw the elevator door slowly open. Security guard Lao Chen came out. He was holding a long stick in his hand. The other hand holds a stun stick. Turns out he was prepared. If you dare to commit a crime, it is estimated that he will be stunned on the spot. Lao Chen looked nervous. The mouth makes a black sound from time to time. Probably want to keep the voice-activated light on all the time. I hid behind the door. Knock on the door from time to time. I want to give Lao Chen some support. Old Chen slowly walked towards the escape stairs. Soon his figure disappeared into the corridor. I can only hear his voice. I pray silently in my heart. Hope he can take the murderer down. Suddenly, Lao Chen's voice came. The police will come soon. I advise you to put down your weapons and run away as soon as possible. Or wait to be caught. And then there was a pop. The sound control light flashed a few times, and the sound of fighting came from the corridor. The sound of iron rods hitting, and the sizzle of electricity. He was stunned fast. Get the rope. Hear this sentence. My dangling heart relaxed a little. I grabbed the rope and rushed out to help. But the hallway was pitch black. Only far. The safety exit light emits a penetrating green light. I'm standing at the exit staircase. I can't see anything. All you see are cardboard boxes and bottles scattered on the ground. Suddenly my mother shouted and ran. Run. Twist. I was a little nervous. Run back like a conditioned reflex. Dare not look back. Mom is by the door. After I rushed through the door, lock the door immediately. I'm gasping for air. What's the matter? My mother said with lingering fears. There seems to be someone in the tube well. I saw the door move. I held my mother's trembling hands. Could it be wrong? Nobody's chasing me. Not sure, but I do see movement. I comfort my mother. I know in my heart, there's no one left in the escape stairs. Security guard Lao Chen and the outlaw are gone. They may have gone to another floor. Mom suddenly exclaimed that it was not the keys to the house are outside. I understood immediately. The last time the family went on vacation, in order to prevent the smart lock from running out of power, we are in the privacy of our doorstep, hidden a key. Mom barely squeezed out a smile. Don't go out and get it. The murderer has been stunned by Lao Chen. We'll just wait for the police to come. I shake my head. If Lao Chen wins, why doesn't he come out? Hide instead. And since he said that, no more sound. Mom's pupils suddenly dilated. Voice trembling. Are you saying that the one who just shouted was not Lao Chen? It's a criminal. Because of this, I said I had to take the risk to get the key back. If the culprit finds the key, the consequences are unimaginable. Where is the key to Mom's house? The key is placed under the insole of the left leather shoe in the shoe cabinet. Mom, help me with the door. If there is any movement, open the door right now and let me in. The shoe cabinet is opposite the door. I have to go out to get the key. I gently opened the crack in the door after confirming that there is no movement outside. Stepping out the door, I touched the shoes in the dark, but nothing. A chill behind, as if something was staring at me. Cold sweat slips down my forehead, so I take a breath. Tell yourself not to panic. I went to touch my right shoe again, the insole. Finally, my fingertips touched the key. I breathed a sigh of relief, but another question popped up in my heart. Why is the key on the right? Hiding on the left is my habit. Did I remember it wrong? Too late to think. I just want to hurry back. Just then, the sound control lights in the corridor suddenly came on. I glanced back. The door to the well is slowly opening. It's the outlaw with the human skin mask. Turns out he never left. It's hidden in a tube well. I jumped up in horror, turned around and ran towards the door. Mom is guarding the door, and they yanked me in at a critical moment. Go back inside. I'm still in shock. Mom, hold me tight and hold on. The police will be here soon. I watched the outlaw through the cat's eye. He was bending over and dangling. Seems to be looking for something. No, it's the key. Did I just lose my keys? Brain buzzing. And I realized something was wrong. Chain, I shouted. Mom immediately picked up the chain and tried to wrap it around the door, but the gate has no fixed place. It doesn't work. I took my mom to go through the closet and shoe closet. Want to block the door, but it's too late. I clearly heard the sound of the key being inserted into the keyhole. The heart suddenly mentions the throat. I dragged my mother to the bedroom. Drip, drip, door lock, blaring alarm. The door didn't open. I just realized. Turns out we changed the lock before, and I forgot about it. Escaped again. I was slumped on the floor, tired, exhausted. I always complain about the trouble of changing the lock. Unexpectedly, today unexpectedly saved. Mom is still at the door. Wave to me. So I went over. The killer has entered the elevator, left this floor. But I dare not let my guard down. This could be a deception. He could sneak back down the escape stairs at any moment. I'm a little relieved. Start thinking about everything that happened tonight. Assassin in advance. Inexplicably placed shoes. Advertising card without phone number. Neighbor who was beaten up just after moving in. All the details are pieced together in my mind. It seems that I have stepped on it long ago in a hurry. Know the situation of the residents on the 7th floor like the back of your community. Unit doors are equipped with facial recognition systems. How the hell did he get in? Is it rubbing someone else's facial recognition? But that seems unlikely. I turn on my phone. I just found out because of the silence. I missed a lot of missed calls and text messages from my dad. Just then, Chuan Chuan of 703 sent a message twist. The criminal went upstairs. Come and hide in my house. Now the criminal already knows that there is someone in my house. If he goes back to the 7th floor and forcibly breaks down the door, it's not impossible. Well, how many people live upstairs? I'm afraid the attacker will come back. Mom looks pale. Except for the 7th floor, almost no one lives upstairs. 1 or 2 at most. I don't know which building it is from. I showed my mother Juan Juan's chat page. pointing to the door again, motioning to Zhuangxuan's house to hide. Mom frowned, obviously hesitant. I'm in a hurry. Dilemma. Can we just wait here to die? Finally, I decided to go to Zhuangxuan's house alone. If the beater attacks my house again, I sneaked out of 703 to sneak attack. Give him the fatal blow. I grabbed an iron pipe. This is what's left over from the renovation. Never threw it away. If the attacker has a knife in his hand, I can also compete with him. I gently opened the door. There was silence in the hallway. The lights are off. Only remote safety exit instructions. The light glowed faintly green. I mustered my courage. He took a closer look at the crack in the door of 702. It was pitch black. By moonlight, I saw the 702 couple looking up, lying on the ground with 8 forks. The man lay in a pool of blood. The woman's eyes widened. The death was terrifying. The smell of blood. Fear, nausea. Dizziness comes to mind in an instant. I fought back tears. Cover your mouth. I thought I couldn't make any sound. Otherwise, it will attract eviction. I gritted my teeth. Go to Zhuangxuan's house. His door turned out to be open. I pull it lightly. The door opened and I slammed it shut, whispering to Zhuangxuan. Bathroom light on. I can vaguely see someone inside. Twist, help me get a tissue. The bathroom opens a crack. Show an arm. I picked up a pack of tissues from the living room, about to hand it over. Suddenly, she felt that there was something wrong with Zhuangxuan's behavior. I quickly stopped, pretending to rummage through the table. Procrastinate. Okay, wait a minute. I'll look for it. I quickly recalled what happened tonight. I always feel that something is wrong. I turn on my phone, check the chat history again. I just realized that the tone of Zhuangxuan's message is very strange. Zhuangxuan never adds punctuation when she sends messages. And he always calls me baby. I used twist today. And he always makes expressions when chatting. But not this time. And the more I thought about it, the more something was wrong. Maybe I'm thinking too much. After all, in this tense situation, people can easily change their speaking habits. I looked at the outstretched arm in the bathroom. Bright red manicure on nails. We did it together last week. I think so. I was going to go. Zhuangxuan said another twist. Get me a tissue. His tone is exactly the same as before. No change. And it dawned on me. This sentence is too mechanical to repeat. And I was shocked. Immediately react. This is definitely not Zhuangxuan herself. I suspect it was recorded by a beating criminal. It keeps playing on repeat. Zhuangxuan is likely to have been killed. I suppressed my fear. Yes. Okay, then turn around quickly. Run to the door. I pretended to keep looking for tissues, slowly moving towards the door. Keep your eyes fixed on the direction of the bathroom. Plop. The arm that reached out for the tissue. It fell straight down. Zhuangxuan's arm was chopped off. Blood gushed out of the bathroom. Snap. The bathroom door slammed open. The attacker came out with a long knife. I screamed in horror. Turned and stormed out the door, batterers in hot pursuit. The long knife is waving in the air. The wind howls in my ears. I'm about to be caught up. I did my best to rush home. Twist, your arm is cut. Mom looked at me distressed. Hurry up and get Gauze to help me wrap it up. But I don't care about the pain at all. There's only one question in my head. Mom, give me the phone. I want to see the owner's intelligence system. Mom hands me the phone. I quickly opened the Cloud Community Mini program. Pull up the facial recognition footage. Screen display. 1:40 a.m. attack with human skin mask. Standing in front of the gate of the unit building. He didn't operate any buttons. The door is directly unlocked. And he walked right in. How could this be? I keep thinking. From the height and hairstyle, this person is definitely not a resident in the community. Then the only possibility is he is from the community property. He entered his face information into the system in advance. But how did he get into 702 and 703? Moment. An overlooked detail came to my mind. This unit building in my house is a high-rise facing the street. First to 6th floors are shops. Developer design time. The commercial part is much wider than the commercial housing on the upper floor. The 5th floor is a confinement club. The rooftop was transformed into an open-air tea terrace. If you climb up from the terrace, it should be easy. Think of this. I took the kitchen knife and the iron bar, rushed to the kitchen. The kitchen has no curtains. It's pitch black outside. Mom also came with a small desk lamp. From here, you can see the large terrace on the 5th floor. Mom, look at the wall outside. Is there a gas line? If you step on this, easy to climb up from the terrace. I dare not take it lightly. Standing in the kitchen with Mom, staring out motionless. The neighborhood is especially quiet at night. An outer suburb. It's a new building. Not even a passing vehicle. Call. A gust of wind blew past my ears. No, it's the sound of opening a window. I exclaimed bad. Here he comes. Mother looks terrified. Look around. No one's coming. And the alarm went off. Is the storage room. The storage room is north of the kitchen. It is a small room of less than 2 square meters. It is usually used to put some things that cannot see the light. The window is blocked by cardboard. We almost forgot there was a window. When I rushed to the storage room, it's too late. The attacker has opened the window. 1 foot has stepped in. Mom suddenly burst into great courage. Pick up the mop and poke at him. But the beating is too strong. He grabbed the mop. Pull it over. Even my mother was dragged over. Let go, I'm pulling my mother desperately. Get him out of the closet. We pull the door from the outside. I want to trap people inside. But the door to the storage room cannot be locked from the outside at all. Door handle is small. My mother and I tried our best to pull, but still can't stop the brute force of the criminals. The door was pulled open little by little. I felt a sense of despair, but still gritted his teeth and persisted. However, the door to the storage room was finally beaten up. It snapped open. My mother and I have no strength to resist anymore. I gave my mom a wink. We let go at the same time. Drivers can't hold back. It took a step back. My mother and I took the opportunity to run out as quickly as possible. The outlaw has chased after him. I subconsciously protect my mother, but he caught up. Countless lights flashed before my eyes. I felt a sharp pain, then lost consciousness. Twist, twist, wake up. I slowly opened my eyes. I found myself lying in a hospital bed. Mom and Dad are by your side. I asked my mother eagerly, what about beating criminals? Mom quickly comforted me to lie down. The child is all right. The murderer has been caught. Don't you remember? You were caught and fainted. The police arrived just in time to subdue him. Dad also added to the new security captain. It's actually a criminal. Really beastly. He harmed a lot of people. Luckily, you're okay. I was shocked. Original community. There has always been such a devil hidden within. No wonder he was so familiar with the situation in the unit building. Pretty soon, the police came to the hospital and questioned me and made a statement. And I put my question to them. Did he already send his face information? It's in. To open the unit door of Building 9. The police explained he entered the community wearing a human skin mask. No facial features at all. Such a face is impossible. Entered into the system or recognized. The only possibility building interior owners through the mini program. Open the door for him. Or he used his identity as the head of security. Let the door temporarily open through background operation. After listening to the police's explanation, I breathed a sigh of relief. And I went home. Although I am still a little afraid. But it's more about the comfort of justice. The couple of 702 and Juan of 703 were unfortunately killed, and 704's uncle escaped a bullet because he returned to his hometown. One day I met Uncle Sun downstairs. He is about to sell the house. I was a little sad to ask the third uncle, you are back from your hometown? Uncle Sun sighed and said yes. This time I came back to sell the house. This happens. I can't guess. My heart tightened. Suddenly remembered the advertising card without the phone number. So I dug out the video I took before. 701,702,703 there are cards on the door. Only 704 does not. Is it criminal? It was clear from the outset whether 704 had anyone. I immediately informed the police of my discovery. A few days later, the police came to my house again. Tell me an exciting news twist. Your clue helped a lot. We found through investigation, the card was placed by someone inside the property, used to mark whether residents are at home. We have identified the suspect in full pursuit. Hear this news. I take comfort in that. Justice may be delayed, but never absent. I stood by the window. I was filled with hope. I believe that the community will soon return to its former tranquility.